Hi everyone, Vinay here. Welcome back to my channel Learn Coding with Vinay and playlist ASP.NET Core MVC. In this video, we will implement search functionality using Dapper. In one of my previous video, we implemented search functionality using Entity Framework Core, code first approach, right? And the UI looked like this. Now in this video, we will implement the same functionality, search functionality, but this time for data access, we will be using Dapper. So if you have not watched that video of search functionality using a Entity Framework Core, I'll highly recommend you guys to go ahead and watch that video, and the link of which I'll mention in the detail section of this video and comment section as well. So let's move further over here. So we will be using the same project that we used to implement CRUD operation using Dapper. Again, that the name of the project is CRUD using Dapper in MVC. Again, I have created video series on this also. I'll again highly recommend you guys to go out and watch those videos before you come over here, so that you get a basic context of this project, right? And again, the link of which I'll mention in the details section of this video and comment section as well. So two videos you will find: one, CRUD operation using Dapper, and the next one is the search functionality using Entity Framework Core. Now let's dive further. So I have run this project, so let me show you what I we already have. So if I go to the run project, if I go to employees menu, right, so we have nice employees are listed over here. We have add employee list over here. We have edit, delete and detail section, detail options to manage basically employees. If I go to add new employee, it will take us to the add new employee form, right? So this we already have implemented. Please guys go ahead and watch it. Now let me go back to the list and come back to the topic. Now we'll work on the search functionality. So first thing we want to do is we'll add a menu over here. We'll give it a name as search employees. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go to sad layout.cshtml, and let me stop this actually so that we can do the code little quickly. Let's go ahead and copy this employee menu and put it down over here, another menu. Let's change the controller will be employees only, action would be search, and menu would be search employees. Alright, so we'll have the controller name as employee only, action as search, and menu name as search employees. Right, let's save it. Let's close it and move further. Let's go to controller now and have the require method and view in. Right, so what we will be doing, we will let's go ahead and let's copy this index method. Sorry, my bad. Let me go ahead and copy this index method, and let's go to the end, put down it over here. Let's rename this as search, and as of now just return the view. So let me delete this, we don't need this, we don't need this as well, and as of now we don't need this, right? Let's go ahead and add the view now. So I'll say right click on the search method and add view. Let's take the blank. Let's give it the name search, add it, and let's go ahead and add few HTML code so that we can check whether our navigation is working fine or not. Remember, we have already added the menu. Let's go ahead and run it and see whether menu is working fine. So I have run the project and we are on the home page now. Let's go ahead and click on search employees. So we are landing on the search employees page. So navigation is working fine. Now let's move to the next part. Now since we are working with Dapper, first thing we need to get ready is to keep the database stuff ready. So in this case, we need to create a store procedure that actually has the couple of input parameters, and it returns the employee based on that. So remember, we want to create an all optional parameter. At least one parameter should be given to make the search. So what we are doing, we are creating a USP search employee stored procedure. We are passing employee ID, name, department ID, and project IDs as parameters. Remember, this will be a single value, while this project ID will be, more than one value, basically comma separated project IDs, right? And in the store procedure, we are checking if parameter passed is null or not. If not null, it is not null, you know then include it into the where condition. If it is null, then just ignore the condition, right? So we have written the store procedure in that way. And for project ID, we are checking if project is null or project ID is in within the given comma separated list, right? And this is the way we are doing it. So let me just go ahead and run this. The store procedure is created. Let's go ahead and run it once. So let's say I just want to pass project IDs, rest everything is null, then it is working fine. Let's say I want to pass only employee ID, it is working. Let's say employee ID I want to pass this as null. Let me pass this employee name as Patel, then also it is working fine. Then what is the department? Let me give it two. So we have two as IT, let's say one. Okay, so we don't have one, three. Let me go ahead and do. Okay, we don't have it either, right? So store procedure seems to be working fine. Let me go ahead and just run for the department now. So this is working also fine. And project, let me give just project number one. So we have only one record, right? So the store procedure is working nice, right? Now the next thing we want to do is to work on the service methods, right? So let's go ahead and open the IEmployeeService and IEmployeeService. Here we wanna add the method. Now before we add the method, we'll have to make sure we have the require view model also, right? So let's go ahead and add one class over here, view model. So I'll just say right click, add class. Yeah, so I have just implemented the method explicitly pending method. It gave me this. Now over here we will implement the actual method. So let me just go ahead and put down the code over here, and let's see what is the issue over here. Project ID, I think we have project ID only, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this query async. This is not result, this is VM. Let's take the store procedure name and correct it. And no, we don't have connection actually. We should use DB underscore DB. Save it. So I had to correct the, it was async. We are not using async over here. So it's just the DB underscore query. And then we are returning the desired result. Right. Let me check once what we have used in the previous examples. So let me see what get all employee looks like. Okay. So it's just the DB underscore query. Okay. Great. Now this is good. Right. Now the service method is implemented. Now we'll be using that into the controller. So we'll go over here on the controller, right? And in the first we'll just implement the search get method. So over here, what do we need to do? We need to have the drop downs ready once we load, right? So let me go ahead and do that. So let me just bring the code and I'll correct it later. So over here this should be dot get all departments or something. We should have, no, not this. We'll have to inject the department. We have the department service and designate project service also. Okay, so it should be depth service basically, underscore depth service dot get all departments, right? So we don't need this, we don't need this either. What's the problem? Let's see. Cannot explicit conversion. Okay, let's see what do we have in department service. What are we returning in department? In department we are returning a list of department. Okay, that's good. So this is list of department, this is good. Why system dot collection dot I enumerable. Okay, so we just had to add dot to list over here. Similar way we will be retrieving the project also. So it should be proj service dot get all projects dot to list. Okay, so this is good, this is good. Let me remove this guy. Okay, so we are ready with our get method. Let's see how does it look like. Let's see if the filters are loaded or not properly. Let's run it. Let's go ahead and click on search employees and see if our filter are loaded properly. Okay, so it has loaded, but I guess I missed to add the required code in the view. Let's go ahead and add this. So let me go to search because I missed to put down the filters. So let me go ahead and quickly do that. Let me just put down the filters. So I have the code ready. I'll explain it once I copy paste it. So I have put down a form that will ultimately be posted on the search post method, and it has employee ID, employee name, department drop down, and project drop down as our filters. We'll have two buttons, search and clear. Search will actually take us to the HTTP post method. It will check the result and display the result, and clear will take us back to the search screen. Now let me go ahead and also put down the actually the using statement, because of which we are having this error. So it should be this. Now let's save this. I hope the errors are gone. Okay, now let's wait and watch to it gets loaded. So I think we changed a lot, so it is not running, and so hot reload is not working. So let's go ahead and rebuild and run it again. So I have run the project from the beginning. Let's go ahead and click on search employees, and we can see now the filters are coming properly. Here we have employee ID, which is a text for number, employee name again text box. We have department drop down, and we have project drop down with multi selection options, right? Okay, let's go to clear. Okay, this is working fine. Now let's work on the final HTTP post method. So let's go to Visual Studio, go to employees controller. Let's just copy paste this and convert this mark is as a HTTP post method post, and here we will have this as our input. Yeah, right. So we don't need this actually. Now this is something we will have to retry again. We have employees is equal to, right. Okay, so this, now this guy has to be underscore employee service dot search employees and VM, right. And let's give it a name dot to list. Oh, okay. So what is the problem here? Let's see. Hmm. I think it should not be directly to list. It should be employees VM dot, not VM. Okay, let me go ahead and see what we have given input to this method. Let's go to IEmployeeService. Okay, so we are, this is the input and we are taking this as output only. Okay, so this is something I think, but we have made mistake. It should be employee list VM or something. ID name, designation name, department, employee ID, email, and see. Okay, let's see what do our store procedure returns. What do our store procedure returns? So it has ID name, email, department name, ID name, email, department. Okay, mobile, email. Okay, that's okay. I think we are missing one VM over here. That is we are supposed to create. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we need to do, we need to have a VM that exactly matches this guy, right? So what we will be doing, let's go ahead and we will just make a copy of one of them. Let me see what we can reutilize. Let me see if employee we can reutilize. No, we can't. Employee list VM. That is something we are displaying over there. This can be, but it does not have project, right? So let's make a copy of this. Let's just copy this and let's give it a name, employee search result. Employee search result. Let's make it employee search result. Ideally I should have added VM also to it. this has to mark as VM. So at the end we need to put down VM. Okay, control C. Let me double click on this. Let me change this. So this is good. This is good. Designation is, let's see what do we have. Email department. We don't have designation, so we'll take this out. We have department. We don't have. We have designation. Okay, sorry, my bad. So let me keep it. We have department name. We have designation name. We have department name. Mobile we don't need. We need salary. So I'll convert this to double and mark is salary and projects. Then the one we have is the project. So let's remove this. Let's mark this as projects. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. Okay, great. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. Okay. Now what we are supposed to do is our search method should return this actually. This guy. Right. So now let's go to employee search, and rather than this we'll have this, and we'll have this over here. So this is good. Go to employee controller and employees. Okay, so instead of employees we'll again have to correct this one also. So over here this would not be employee, this would be this guy, right? So let's go ahead and see now. Okay, we need to correct this also. Now what is the problem? Let me see if this has to be written as to list. Okay, so this is good now. Let me go ahead and save it, and let's also handle the negative scenario over here. If in the post, let's say if nothing was selected, right? So what we are supposed to do, if nothing was selected, then we will return back with nothing, will error. At least one has to be selected. So this is good, this is good, this is good. Now let's go ahead and run this. Let's go to employee search. Let's start giving by employee ID 2 only, and let's say search. So I think it did not resulted in any result. So let's go ahead and debug these ones. So let me go ahead and press search. Okay, this has come over here. Let's debug what's wrong over here. So what do we have? Let's try to see what do we have it on VM. So we have 6, we have project ID 7, that's okay. Employee ID 2, okay, this is coming good. Let's stay F10. Okay, VM. Okay, let's dive into the method actually. Employee ID, that is 2. Name, we don't have anything. That's good. Department ID, we don't have anything. Project ID null. Okay, and let's see what do we have in result. So we have 1. What was the problem over here? Let's see. Yeah, we have one. Then we are returning it into the view also. Then what was the problem? Okay. Again, I have not put down the code for the result, right? So we missed it. We just added the filter. We missed to put the code for the over here to display the data in tabular structure. So let me go ahead and quickly grab that code, and let's say, and let's put it down over here. So over here what we are getting, if the search was performed, if employee has values, then and then only we are displaying these values, otherwise we are not displaying it, right? So this is actually, now we don't have this property, we have department name, we have designation name, right? And we don't have this, we have projects, project dot name. No, this has to be p dot project. No, actually we don't need to add it, split it over here, it is just straight away. See, I took the code from entity framework code, that's why it was like that. Here we just have projects, so that will give us the ready-made comma separated string. So this is good, this is good. Let's go ahead and run this now. Let's go to search employee. Let's search for employee number 2. Search. Let me remove this time, we don't need the debugger now. Ideally it should display the data. See, we have the data for employee number 2. Now let me go ahead and delete this, and I think MA, we have many with employees with MA tax in it. Okay, this is good. Let's say I'll just select IT from here or sales from here. IT, let's say search. Okay, so this is also working nice. Let me make this select. Let's say I want e-commerce and these three project only. One employee. Okay, so we have e-commerce, banking, and HR operation. Okay, excellent. So we are getting the values correctly. Now out of this we just want, let's say sales, then only this guy should appear. Let's see. Yeah, so it is working fine, right? So we have implemented the search functionality using Dapper now, and again the parameter are optional. uh, any one parameter should be required. If any one parameter is passed, then that should be okay. So this is a similar functionality that we implemented in entity framework code search functionality video also, right? And this is the same thing, but this time we implemented using Dapper, right? So basically data access was done using Dapper, right? So I hope you like this video. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in some other video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.